Hey friends, if you're new here, I'm Peggy. This is my channel at the Starlings. Today I wanted to bring you a flip through of the language arts curriculum that we're going to be using this year, learning language arts through literature. So I'm going to give you a flip through of the Red Book. This program is very open and go. It doesn't require a whole lot of prep ahead of time. And there are placement tests if you need to kind of figure out which level your child should be on. So they have those placement tests online. I will link the link for the placement tests and the link for the scope and sequence. So learning language arts through literature is a fully integrated reading and language arts program. It uses real pieces of literature to teach your children grammar and other language arts skills, including writing, creative writing, study skills, grammar, spelling, vocabulary, and higher order thinking skills, among many other skills that they learn using this program. So I'm really excited to get started on this with my second grader. She's going to be doing the Red Book. There is one book below Red, which is the Blue Book, and then there are many books ahead of the Red Book. It goes all the way through middle school age, and then there are 4 high school level books, which are called the Gold Books, and those cover British literature, American literature, world literature, and literary criticism. So those are the high school levels. This program is a tried and true program. It's old, it's been around a while, it's been used by many families for years, and it's a really great program that I'm really excited to get started on. Okay, so I'm going to flip through Learning Language Arts Through Literature, the Red Book. Again, the Red Book is about second grade level, and this curriculum includes all of language arts in one. So it covers phonics, reading, spelling, grammar, vocabulary, handwriting, and higher order thinking skills, plus more. It covers even more than that. So this is the teacher book, this is the student workbook, and then it also comes with these readers. And there are 6 readers here. So I'll show you what those look like. Here's one of the readers. Here's kind of what the stories look like. There are some illustrations throughout, so you can see about how long a story is. And then the next story starts. So each of these readers has a few stories in it. We'll look at this one really quickly. So you see it's got a few. Okay, so those are the readers. I'll show you what other readers come with it. Okay, now we'll get into the books. Okay, so we will check out first the table of contents here. So you can see it's split into different parts with all the different lessons. There are 36 lessons. So that comes out to about 1 lesson per week for the entire school year. There's also assessments at different points. So those are included in one of the days. So that's not like an extra week or day or anything. Each part starts off with an introduction that you can kind of read through as the teacher, but this is really the only preparation that you have to do. There isn't really a lot of pre-planning or things that you need to do. This is just kind of going to go over exactly what you're doing for this part. So this part 1 is lessons 1 through 4, and then an assessment. And it also starts out with a little review for your student, because this is assuming that your student already has some phonics under their belt. So each little lesson starts with this box that has the new skills that are going to be taught. So this just says that we're reviewing phonics on this lesson 1, and it's broken up by day, 5 days a week. And so you could speed that up or slow it down depending on what your student needs, and how long you want to, and in what period of time you want to complete this curriculum. So for day 1, here's part A, and then B, C, D, E, F, G, and H. So all these parts, it tells you exactly what you're going to do. It shows you the worksheet pages, and it gives you the answer in the teacher book. So it looks very similar in the student book. So we'll look at that. For lesson 1, here's the student book. So again, here's day 1, here's A, B, C, D. See, here's one of the questions. That same question is here, it gives you the answer. And then there are some optional enrichment things where you can, like this, in this instance, it's telling the student to write a sentence about the picture above. So they can write their own little sentence about that if you want them to. That's the optional enrichment. So this is something that's in a lot of the lessons where they will cut out these pictures and cut out all these words, and they're going to organize them by what the vowel sound is, and depending on what the lesson is about. Okay, let's look at a lesson that is further along in the book. Okay, so we'll look at this one, lesson 19. This shows they're reviewing some phonics. OU as in young, and then there are some new phonics they're going to be learning. OY as in joy, and OI, oi as in coin. So this is going to tell us over here, it lists the materials needed. It tells you which reader you're going to need, and then which extra real piece of literature that you'll need. So I'll go over that in a second, but this is the teacher book with lesson 19, what that looks like. And again, it gives you the answers. It gives you some of the answers to discussion questions that you can have over here. So here they're going to be doing a word search. So you've got the answers for that. And so it's split up into 5 days the same way. And then here at the end of this one, there's an optional spelling test. So anything that's optional, it will list as optional. So let's look at lesson 19 in the workbook here. Here's lesson 19. We're also going to talk about quotation marks in lesson 19. And so everything will go over in the teacher book, exactly what you are to do, how you're to explain something, what you do to help your student with whatever they're learning. So there's no prep, again, ahead of time. It's just, it will tell you in the teacher book exactly what to do for that lesson and for that day. So that makes it really easy, open and go. So here's the rest of lesson 19. Okay, that was lesson 19. Okay, now I'm going to show you how to keep track of the reading. They have something in the back of the student workbook. It's this little reading chart here. And so each time your child finishes one of the stories from the readers, they can put it right on top of
these boxes, and then when they finish the reader, they'll put a picture of the reader right here. So you could hang this on the wall to keep track of where you're at and what books you have read, what stories you've read, and then what readers you've read with your student. And the pictures that you're gonna glue onto these spots are on the back of the book right here. So you're gonna cut all of those out, and then you'll be able to have your student glue those on as they go. So that's really not much to do at all. You could even do each one as you go so that you don't lose them. That's my plan. I have a lot of little ones, and instead of them getting lost, I plan to just cut out each story as she reads it, and then we'll glue it onto the reading chart. And then when you finish that book, that reader, then you'll take the picture of the reader, cut that out, and put it on the little book page. So I'll show you what that looks like again. So that's how you will keep track of what they have read. And it's really wonderful for them to be able to see how much work they've done with the reading, and it's just an encouragement to them and help them to see the progress that they're making. Okay, these are those real pieces of literature I was telling you about. So your child will do these readers as part of the curriculum, but then they have these extra real pieces of literature that they will read as well. So I was going to show those to you. I purchased all of mine off of thrift books. Again, there's some award winners in here. So to me, it was worth it to just purchase these as I'm working on accumulating a good homeschool library. Okay. So these are all the books. And then there is one more that is about Abraham Lincoln that I actually have that book inside another book of compilations. So we're going to be using that book for the Abraham Lincoln book. So now I'm going to show you in the back of the teacher book in the appendix. It goes over what skills your student will be learning in the red book. So it tells you exactly what they're going to be learning and what pages that's on. So composition, creative expression and games, grammar, you can see heavy on grammar, higher order thinking skills, phonics and spelling. So you wouldn't need an additional spelling curriculum. It's all here. Reading, so you wouldn't need an additional reading curriculum either. It's all one language arts, fully integrated. Research and study skills. I thought that was interesting. They'll learn how to use an atlas, a map, how to use a thesaurus, the parts of a book, things like that. So I thought that was really great. And then this is the list of the real pieces of literature that your child will read through. So you could check these out from the library. So these over here are the readers that are included in the program. These are the extra books that are the real pieces of literature, again, that you'll either check out from the library or you can purchase. I purchased all of mine off of thrift books because I'm working on building our homeschool library anyway. So I went ahead and bought these. A lot of them are award winners. So these are really, really good pieces of literature that have been selected. So this is the list of all of those books. So again, you can check those out at the library or you can purchase them yourself.
All right, I hope this was helpful for you today. If you have any questions about this, please leave those below in the comments. I'd be happy to answer them, and I'll see you next time.